My name is Lisa Luca. I am 24 years old.
My name is Christina Luca. I am 21 years old. We lost our mom in the summer of 2014.
As sisters, we've grown closer through this process.
And now we share an unbreakable bond.
Everyone grieves differently. It's unique to each individual. I get very emotional, and I just cry, and sometimes I feel like Christina doesn't know how to handle that, because Christina shuts down.
Yeah, I shut it out, and I try not to think about it, because when I let it in, it just feels too real. And it hurts. And then I see Lisa over there crying. So I can't handle her grieving at the same time I'm trying to handle my own.
We were trying to protect her by hiding her secret.
But now we are ready to share the truth, share her strength, and carry on her legacy.
I wish everyone could have the childhood we had. She was so funny. We used to sit outside, by the door, and we would have a cherry spitting contest, and we'd eat cherries, and we'd see how far each of us could spit the seed out. Life threw so much at her. She was a single mom, and she had to work hard to pay all the bills, but she never once let it show, because she loved us so much, and everything she did was through love. And she showed us a pure example of love.
Mm-hmm. She loved that house so much.
She loved that. She took such pride in that house.
We had, on the stairwell, we had all these pictures going up, and it would be, of all of her family and everyone, she loved and cared about. She would take us to the cemetery to visit everyone, because it was a time to visit and say hello to everyone, rather than a place of being sad. We would run around our mausoleum and laugh and have a great time there. But first, she would always say to say a prayer to everyone. We'd have to visit everyone and say hi and, have our moment with them each. And then we would spend the rest of the time running around and playing and laughing. I remember coming home one day from school.
And I'll never forget her sitting in the kitchen on the stool, and she just cried and cried.
The first time ever seeing her in a different way than her as her happy, fun-loving self.
That part of her didn't last long when she was crying. She came right back to being the best mom in the whole entire world, and she said, I just need to get through this time of this bankruptcy and I'll get us out. And we moved to my Nana's house, and that's when it all went downhill. She always told us before we moved, we carved our initials into the stairs of our old house, and she said, it's us three. Us three have to stick together. We'll always be us three. And I still feel like it is us three.
Mm-hmm.
Together forever.
My dad passed away. My mom was pregnant with me, and Lisa was 3. And I think that was the trigger for her. And I think that's why she turned to all those medications, and she just wanted to get better, because she wanted to give us everything possible, the best way she could.
I knew something was wrong with her. She was going shopping like crazy, spending money she didn't have, and I knew something was terribly wrong. And she came in and told me, we have a problem, Nana's selling the house and we need to get out. So we moved out of the old house. Even at 90 pounds, feeling sick, she packed a 3-bedroom house all by herself, pretty much. I mean, my sister helped her. We came into this apartment. She told us how proud of us she was, and then she started saying how we didn't need her anymore, how we were fine, how she did a good job with us, and it was time for us to be on our own. And I kept saying, why are you talking like that? Stop talking like that. We need you. And she was like, no, I'm just a burden. That's all I am. And we soon realized that she was stocking up on all these things. She said, I'll always protect you, always take care of you. And we had trash bags after trash bags, and we had soap for years.
Mm-hmm.
And she started acting peculiar. And then she became suicidal.
Well, when she went to the one therapist, they told her she was bipolar, and she stopped going.
I'll never forget the night I was sitting doing homework, and she comes up to me in this really weird voice, and she's like, I want to die. I'm going to kill myself. I have a plan. People don't even understand how much we have tried to help her. I took her everywhere I could possibly take her. I've called every number I could possibly do. I called all the crisis hotlines. They don't do anything. They don't even talk to you. She refuses to talk. They won't talk. There's nowhere I can take her, because all they'll do is drug her. And that's what she was already doing at home. She was self-medicating to numb the pain. There's such a stigma on mental illness, and a lot of people don't know how to handle what's going on. Because just because you might look fine physically doesn't mean that you're not okay mentally. And I think that for us, she tried so hard to be okay, but she needed help. There needs to be a different approach. Our mom died July 22nd, 2014.
She shot herself in the head in the Kohl's parking lot.
Right down the street from our house. She did it for us. She did it so we could have a life. She felt that we were tied down taking care of her. She wanted us to be free and to live. The last day I saw her, I was getting ready for work, and she was in the bathroom. Little did I know it was the last time she'd ever be in that bathroom. I believe that she's here. I believe that when we're happy, she feels it. I feel like when we cry, she can feel our tears. And I know it's really hard for me because I understand she's here in a different way. But for a long time, and still to this day, I want her here. I want to hug her. I want to hear her voice. It's just been such a long journey of grieving.
I always felt like she was going to walk in through the door. Like, I was just waiting after that. Just waiting for her to come back. Or to go outside on the bench and just still, walk in the door and see her smoking there, talking to everyone. Everyone loved her.
When she died, we realized that she had all her insurance cards set up. She had everything basically in place for us. She already knew what she was doing. So we didn't have to search for anything. We had everything lined up. Everything just fell into place. And she set it up for us. She said she'd always take care of us, and I truly feel like this is her way of taking care of us. Mm-hmm. This was the only way she felt like she could be here for us, that she's here in a different way. She couldn't be here for us physically. It just wasn't possible. I know that our time is over here.
I feel like if we leave now, we can come back and see everything completely different. So I just want to go, and live a different life from what I've always known.
We wanted to move, and we were researching lots of places, and we definitely chose Texas. Everything just kind of started to fall into place.
I hope that I'm able to find myself again. I feel like I lost myself, losing my mom. I lost part of myself. Hopefully figure out what I want to do with my life, because I have no idea since everything has changed.
I want to help other people, and the only way I can help other people is by helping myself and to gain clarity. And I really want to spread awareness for mental illness, because there's such a stigma on it. My mom always told us never to judge what we don't understand. And you don't fully understand what someone is going through. My mom killed herself for us. And that wasn't weakness. That took so much strength. And I forgive her